Hey, Cancer, what's going on for you? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's look at what's going to be happening for you in the month of September. These are overarching themes. Anything that calls to me, I'll drill down on. I just saw the card of time. So there could be some Saturnian themes here, meaning things that have taken a long time to come together, or things that have taken up your time, or something like that. We'll go deeper in this message. Here we go. Message. There it is. The 33 card. Grounded. Nature, spirits, and relief. Relief, I feel like some of you, I'm getting this image of like you stepping on your own cape. Stepping on your own cape, or stepping on your own like stepping on your own audio. Like when I was doing when I was making television, you kind of have to hold your breath a little bit after when we're finishing something, and don't step on it. Like, don't say anything, just so we can like finish the edit, or we can finish the cut. There's something about that. Like, don't step on your own ending, or don't step on, say what you got to say, and then shut up. Don't explain it. Don't give anybody more versions of it. You gotta just be, channeling your pure message through right now, and let it hang in the air. Does that feel uncomfortable? Let something hang in the air. If you've got something to say to somebody, say it. And let it just be. All right? Let it just be part. Let it become the room. Okay? Something like that. Just stop walking things back. All right? 6 of Pentacles underneath. The 8 of Pentacles. The 2 of Cups. The Lover's card, and the Knight of Cups. So there is a decision to be made here. I feel like you have been working on this for a long time. You want to make some kind of offer, or you want to receive some kind of offer. It feels like it's really slow in coming. Okay? Like, it should have happened in June, and here we are in September. Something like that. 7 of Swords. King of Cups. There you are. Page of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you keep Gemini here is just making me feel like you keep swallowing your words about something. You keep not saying what you mean. You say stuff and you're like, why the hell did I say that? Why did I do that? 5 of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups, Ace of Cups. Beautiful new day coming in. Check out the Gemini reading because there's Gemini right there. The 7 of Wands, the 3 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Wands. So this is going in a really good direction. But right now, I feel like some of you are staying in a bad situation to kind of prove a point. Staying somewhere that you don't want to be because you don't want to be rude, or you don't want to hurt someone's feelings, or you're just staying there longer. It's sort of like you're not taking yourself into account. You're not honoring your own process. You're not doing what you need to do for you. And you're like waiting until like the appropriate moment or something like that. But I feel like that's really hurting you. That's really hurting you. You said you would do something, or you said something, and then you don't want to take it back, or you don't want the other person to be like, see, I knew you didn't want to do this. It's like you're trying to prove them wrong or something like that. But I got to say to you that I feel like the future is great. I don't know why you're doing this, why you're saying something that you don't mean, or why you're holding on to a bad situation just to appear like it wasn't that bad. Trying to make other people, trying to control the narrative about what's happening. You got something to say it. Okay. The Seven of Swords. I feel like you got to spit it out. And it's going to make everything a lot better. You're holding on to something right now, though. This Four of Pentacles or Four of Cups and this Five of Pentacles. It's like, ugh, why? Why are you holding on to something that isn't working for you? Page of Pentacles jumped out. The Queen of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, and the Hermit. There's some new wisdom to come in here. And I just feel like during the month of September, there's going to be some kind of aha moment where you recognize, oh, I didn't have to stay. I didn't have to wait. I could have said my true feelings when I had them. I could have done that. And instead, I wasted a lot of time trying to make it look a certain way. I'm getting a lot of that here, that there's a controlling the narrative thing. So let me just give you an example instead of me just saying that over and over. I'll give you an example. You're part of a conversation where people talk about, let's just say, opera. Okay. And they're saying they love opera, or this one person's kind of like, I don't really like opera. And they're kind of making fun of that person for not liking opera. And that might be you. And you could just say, well, honestly, it just doesn't speak to me. I'm sure it's a lovely art form. It's just not something that I really like. And that's perfectly legitimate. But there's people around you or energies around you that are like, oh God, don't like opera. Troglodyte, like something like that. And so you don't say that. You don't say that you don't like it. You're involved with a group of people who want to do a thing that you think is kind of stupid, or you don't want to do it. I know this is a small point, but I really feel the need to get this out because it's a small point, but the problem is that everything in your life is hinging on you being authentic. And it may show up in a very small way. That someone brings in a cake for your birthday and it's strawberry cream and you're like, oh God, that makes my teeth hurt. I don't want that. But you eat it with gusto because you don't want to hurt this person's feelings. Later on, you break out in a rash. Everything's terrible. You're like, have a hard time with it. It's because first of all, they didn't know you well enough to know that strawberry cream cake was going to make you break out in a rash. So this person, you're not even letting people close enough to know who you are, to know that that's a ridiculous thing to do for your birthday. And then you just go right along with it instead of saying to them, I'm kind of allergic to that, or it really hurts my teeth to eat that. And thank you so much for bringing it, but it's not something that I can do. And it's just like, oh, that's horrifying because someone did something so nice by bringing this cake. You got me? So number one, they don't know you well enough. And number two, you might not be letting them know you well enough. And that because of the people pleasing and because you're not asserting yourself strongly enough, you're not saying truly who you are enough, right? With this Seven of Wands. And that's what is going on with this Five of Pentacles, Four of Cups. It's like, why do I keep not attracting people? Why do I keep having people around me who don't know me? Well, because you're not sharing who you are. Because if you share who you are, those people might leave, and that's too scary. So I don't want people to leave. But I like this. I like the Hermit and the King of Cups. I feel like you're finally have gotten to a courageous point where you've decided that authenticity is where it's at. And you might be a little bit abrupt. Sometimes you might have a hard time navigating this new tool, but because the Page of Wands here and the Page of Pentacles, Queen of Wands is very blunt. Okay. So you might have a few little hiccups as you're trying to become more yourself, or at least express it. But what's going to happen in the next few months is that you're going to then get over those people are going to go away, right? You're going to get over this, like, people not knowing you and this whole thing. And people are going to really be like, don't bring that person strawberry cream cake ever again. I don't do that because he's going to break out. She's going to break out. Like, everybody will know these things about you. And I just feel like in the past, you've been very, very secretive or I don't want to say inauthentic, but people pleasing is a way of being inauthentic. It's that other people's feelings mean more than yours. And so I'm going to very good at reading the room and knowing what everybody else needs, but that is still it might have been taught to you that that was the right thing to do, but now you're getting to the point of like, nope, that's absolutely the wrong thing to do because I'm completely abandoning myself every single time I do it. So there's something here, Cancer, about you becoming more yourself. And I feel like some of you are nature spirits, nature sprites. Some of you do have a spiritual gift to share. And it is something about nature. There's something about being out in nature or being with the animals or something like that. Animals or some of you might be, animal whisperers or, connected to the earth in some very, very powerful way. And up until now, you've just been kind of like, ha, 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 my brother-in-law that has a big monster truck that is killing the earth. Ha, ha, ha. Like, I don't really ever say anything about it, but I'm like, just don't bring that to my house, will you? Like, like it's not a thing for me. I don't really want this in my life. I feel like you've spent a lot of your life trying to build a certain persona that isn't really you. And that's why things aren't working or haven't been working. So now you're finally being yourself. Authenticity, love it. And then we get the Page of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Four of Wands, and things that really matter to you. People who you want to hang with, people you want to be around, things you want to create in your life, and the opportunities just keep coming. So if you look back, if you notice, you spent a lot of your time working on things that didn't matter to you. Maybe that was a long-term career that you're just like, oh, I'm so over it. Okay. You could have been married for a long time and just been like, that person didn't even really know who I was when it came right down to it. So this is a massive shift that's going on here. And I feel like some of you are leaving a life that has been like, almost like a stress position. And now you're moving forward. I love this Four of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Give me Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful energy here. Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Hanged Man, Tower, Nine of Wands, and the Empress. You, my friend, are going to step into a whole different reality. What's coming in here is very different from what you've had up until now. So let's take a look at that. I'm going to talk more about the astrology. I'm doing this reading right as we have the new moon in Virgo, and Virgo is here. And so this is a healing energy for you, the new moon in Virgo. We have a full moon eclipse this month in Pisces. So this is a very karmic month for everybody. I feel like especially you, Cancer, okay? There can be a new love coming in. I didn't even really touch that yet. We'll get into that. All right, link is below if you want to continue on. I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.